Everyone ready?
Yeah, sound very good.
Why do we do this now? 3 days ago. Gurave Gaura Chandra Hari-katha Dale Krishna Krishna Bhattaya Tadabhattaya Namo Namaha Siguru Charana Dandam Bhakta Brinda Samanvitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhu Bande Nityananda Soditam Sinandananam Bande Radhika Charana Dvayam Gopi Jana Samayuktam Brindavana Manoharam Bhajami Radham Madhavindanetram Smarami Radham Madhurasmitasyam Vadami Radham Karuna Badaram Tato Manoyasti Katena Kapi Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. First of all, I offer pranams to our Gurudev, Om Vishnupad Sri Srimad Sri Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, Dandavat Pranam, thank you for coming. Sound is so much better.
Yeah. This is 1,000.
Why didn't we do this 3 days ago?
Over here now.
Everyone can move forward a little bit. You know? So, discúlpeme, mi español es muy pobre, no es posible hablar en español. Okay, back to English. So, this morning we're hearing pastimes of Sri Chaitanya. What very difficult to understand, maybe through thousands of lives of sadhan, can understand in just 1-2 hours by hearing Chaitanya Charitamrita. Madhusudana Maharaj often says that's the result of sadhu sang, which you may or may not realize in thousands of lifetimes you can get in just half an hour. No? Because Shastra is like an ocean. Inside the ocean there's many fish, sardines, jellyfish, salt water. But Guru Parampara have churned that. No? Ghee is there in milk, but you cannot see it. You have to churn. You can churn the ocean. Ordinary person cannot. But Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy churning the ocean of all Shastra. And very easily we can get this thing. So Mahaprabhu asked, simple question. What is goal of life? How do I achieve it? Ramananda Roy could have said, you are a very intelligent person. Why are you asking such a foolish question? But he did not. And give some evidence from the scriptures. So first we heard, following Varnashram, class became a little violent. Haribol. Varnashram. No, that is the social system, social order. No? Without that, we become like animals. So even though it is external, still we need, as long as you have this body, you will have a particular mentality, particular desires. So how those desires can be fulfilled in a regulated way, which cause no damage to yourself or to others, that is Varnashram. And Krishna created this system. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Chatur Varnam Maya Srishtam. Maya Srishtam. This system of 4 Varnas and 4 ashrams, Maya Srishtam, my creation, I made it. So very scientific. The communists, they wanted to show everyone is the same. Therefore they eliminated the intelligentsia. They tried to make everyone one level, one class, worker class. You know? But still what happened, even within the communist system, still there came the intelligentsia, the business, the mafia they call the business, and the soldier class still arose out of that. So this Varnashram, by following that, you can satisfy Bhagavan, satisfy Vishnu. This is goal of life. Mahaprabhu said this is external, because Varnashram have no relation with the soul. Only have a relation with his body. For that reason, rejected. So, that is external. Is there anything more? Then, Mahaprabhu Ramananda Roy suggested, well, Varnashram in connection with the Supreme Lord, that is goal of life. Tejaswini is goal of life. Right? Varnashram connected with Bhagavan. Right? So Mahaprabhu also rejected that, even though Krishna gave such instructions in Bhagavad Gita. Yad karosi yadasnasi yad johosi dadasi yat tapaswasi kuntaya yad kurusa madarpanam. Arjuna, whatever you eat, whatever charity you give, whatever austerities you perform, that kurusa madarpanam. Whatever you do, offer to me. And Krishna talks, most of Bhagavad Gita is this instruction. Arjuna, fight, but fight for me. So this was also Mahaprabhu considered external, because it's a type of devotion, but not pure devotion, because still predominance is there, what you want to do. Your enjoyment, your desire is prominent, and Krishna's is secondary. So it's a type of devotion, but not pure devotion. The gopis, what Krishna wants, the gopi is ready for that. So Karma, Mishra Bhakti. Mahaprabhu rejected it. This is also external. Because offering which has no relation to the soul, offering to that to Bhagavan, will not satisfy him also. So engaging all one's efforts within the Varnashram system to the service of Bhagavan was rejected. Then rejecting all Varnashram and going to Bhagavan was also rejected. You want me to go faster? You want me to go faster?
No, you're going to go faster.
Okay. So offering everything to Bhagavan in Varnashram, rejected. Rejecting everything in Varnashram and going to Bhagavan, also rejected. Because rejection of external things and acceptance of external things is also no value. Good. Varnashram tyag, renouncing Varnashram, is also rejected. And Krishna gives this final instruction in Bhagavad Gita. Sarva dharmam prityaja mamekam saranam braja aham tam sabha papibhyo makshasyami masucha. O Arjuna, abandon all varieties of dharma. Many types of dharma. In Mahabharata, big lecture of Bhimsen, Grandfather Bhishma said. Grandfather Bhishma gave so much lecture on dharma. Woman's dharma, brahmachari dharma, sannyas dharma, grihastha dharma, sannyas dharma. But one who gives all that up for Bhagavan's bhajan, Mahaprabhu said that is also external. Even the platform of complete surrender, external. Because you may have surrendered to Bhagavan, but still not doing anything for him. You have not began the activities of devotion. Guru Maharaj talked about these two different types of devotion. Called Sarup Siddha Bhakti, and the other one is called Arop Siddha Bhakti. Arop, easy to remember. It looks like a snake, but it's a rope. Or a snake looks like a rope. It appears to be devotion, but it's not. It's called Arop Siddha Bhakti. For example, cow protection. Many devotees very enthusiastic for cow protection. Which limb of devotion is cow? Books for Krishna's satisfaction without spirit of greed and actually speaking some katha to the people. This is called kirtan. But it's just selling books and putting money in pocket. This is not kirtan. No? Even building temples, which limb of devotion is that? No? Anyway, so people are very fond, gardening, flowering, all this stuff. And they think this is devotion, I am offering to do this to Bhagavan, but this is not Sarup Siddha Bhakti, not pure Bhakti. Okay, Sarup Bhakti means those activities composed purely of devotion, like hearing, chanting, remembering, 9 Navavidha Bhakti. Even full surrender, Chris, Mahaprabhu said external. So you can imagine where this conversation is going. This is page 2,
Atmanivedana is full surrender.
step by step.
Gurudev, Pujanam saying puja. So
We should keep some nice flowers for Bhagwan. I notice someone's getting nice garlands, but in the morning, Nityananda Mahaprabhu just getting some things we steal off the neighbors. So keep some nice flowers for them. I thought this morning, but I forgot to say. So, after giving up all types of religion and occupational duties, if you come to me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and take shelter, I will give you protection. After hearing in this way, then Mahaprabhu said to Ramananda, Eo hari-katha, this is external. No. Full surrender, giving up all material activities, and full surrender to Krishna, this is also considered external. Is there anything more? Yes. Gyan Mishra Bhakti Sadyasa, devotion mixed with Gyan, devotion mixed with the desire for liberation, this is the essence of all perfection. Karma Mishra Bhakti is materialistic activities offered to Bhagavan, and Jnana Mishra Bhakti is performing limbs of devotion with the desire for liberation. Many Mayavadis, Brahmavadis, impersonalists also Hariram, Hare Krishna, because they know very easily you can get liberation by the holy name. Like in Vrindavan, there's millions of Mayavadis, so many, Ram Krishna Mission, all these guys. They know by living in the holy place one can easily get mukti. Mukti kohe Gopal se mera mukti batave, Brajaraj mustak lagaye, mukti ho gaye. One time liberation prayed to Krishna. Everyone wants liberation, but how will I get liberation? Then Krishna said, just put some dust of Vrindavan on your head. You can be liberated from liberation. So many people performing devotion, but their goal is merging with Krishna. But this is also not perfect. Number one, if you merge with Krishna, you don't exist anymore. If you don't exist, how can you feel happiness? Right? No Buddhist I ever met could ever answer that question. If you don't exist after nirvana, how can you feel anything? How can you feel happiness? Anyway, this is very, very bad desire. Again and again we heard in Kartik, Baram deva moksham na moksha vidimva na chanyam braham brineham apishat idante vapurnat gopal balam manas savisa avistam kiman. O Gopal, O Damodar, you are the best of the givers of benediction. But I do not want liberation. Na moksha vidimva. What do I want? Idamte vapurnat, O Nath, O Lord, your form as baby Krishna, always in my mind, always in my heart. I want that benediction. That means the benediction of just thinking of Krishna is thousands of times higher than liberation. So Krishna says in Gita, Brahma Bhuta Prashanatma Na Sochitina Kamsati Sama Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhaktim Labate Param. Can you hear Gandhavika? Can you hear the translation? It must be Spider-Man or something. Huh? Damayanti, give her your seat there and you can, sorry to push old lady out of the chair, but tell, she can't hear from there, not possible.
You can also bring a chair right in front of me.
Okay, so, yes, we are indebted to Gandhavik. We owe her about 10,000 tamales, 3,000 flutas. So much we've eaten in her house. Half of my health problems come from her. So Krishna says, who never hankers for anything or laments for anything. Brahmabhut, always satisfied on the spiritual platform. No, soul does not need marriage, soul has no children, soul has no need for work, soul has nothing. Who's on soul platform, no hanker or lament. No? Brahmabhut, self-satisfied. Atmaram. No? There's a famous story, Janak Maharaj. So Janak Maharaj was Grihastha, so renounced. So Janak Maharaj was giving lecture to many brahmachari sannyasis about renunciation. So someone came running to Janak Maharaj. Janak, oh King Janak, your palace is on fire. Your wife and children, everyone inside, burnt to crisp. So all brahmacharis got up, began running to the palace. But Janak Maharaj, surprised, Janak Maharaj not move a muscle. So he asked them, you are not burning. Why are you running then? The brahmachari said, Maharaj, our underwear, our kopan is there drying. If it burns, what we wear tomorrow? Big problem. So they renounced everything, but still attachment for these things. But Janak Maharaj not move a muscle. So renounced person. Actually, so he's one of two gurus of impersonalism. Astavakra and Janak Maharaj. Astavakra, interesting, wonderful. You can read his Katara Nama Charitra. Astavakra, Asta means 8. Vakra means bent. Like Kubja, 3 Vakra. Kubja bent in 3 places. But Astavakra bent in 8. When he was in his mother's womb, his father was chanting the Vedic mantras. And his father mispronounced something. So in the womb, the baby said, Father, not like that, like this. Then father became angry. Little brat, it's like this. I curse you, be bent in 8 places. So I don't know how he looked, but 8 places. Neck, what? 8 places. I don't know, I'm just gonna 8 places. You need a visual demonstration? You don't need, right? But great Brahmagyani, realized soul. So there was a religious assembly at Janak Maharaj's palace. So Astavakra was very excited, so he was walking to this religious assembly. And because he was deformed, specially abled, happy now? Specially abled. He was walking in his own peculiar way, and great difficulty to walk all the way to Janak Maharaj's palace. And when he entered, everyone began laughing so much, seeing his deformity. You could imagine. Astavakra began laughing even louder than all of them put together. So much he was laughing. And they all become shocked. Why you are laughing? And Janak Maharaj asked, Maharaj, please tell us the great secret. What is so funny? Astavakra said, I'm not laughing, I'm weeping. Weeping. Because I spent so many weeks walking here. I thought this will be a great assembly of jnanis, learned persons. But this is only a shoemaker's convention. Shoemaker only know one thing. What? Leather, skin. So all these sadhus, not sadhus, they're only shoemakers. So I am not laughing, I am weeping. That means they have no knowledge of the soul, no knowledge of it. And all became ashamed. So these two, Janak Maharaj and Astavakra, two famous proponents, gurus of Brahmavad. So Brahmavad and Mayavad is different thing. It may look similar, but actually is an ocean of difference. The Brahmavadis, they're not opposed to the form of Krishna. They do not consider it material. They accept Krishna Sarup, Ram Sarup, Nrsimhadev. They accept this is chit, spiritual. They accept it like that. But they are not attracted. They give prominence to Paramatma or to Brahmagyan. The Mayavadis are also impersonalists, but they consider Krishna's form to be material. That is big difference between the two. Brahmavadi may easily achieve devotion. Therefore Krishna says, Brahma Bhuta Prashanatma Na Sochati Na Kansi. He never hankers for anything, who never laments for anything. Sama Sarveshu Bhutisu, for them everyone is the same. Mad Bhaktim Labate Param. He can get my devotion. He can get. Means he needs what? Some association. Therefore Brahmavadi easily can become devotee if he gets some nice sangha. Example, Sukadev Goswami. Sukadev Goswami, of course, we understand, Radharani's parrot. It's said in Ananda, could be Ananda Vrindavan Champu. Radharani has so much Purva Rag for Krishna. So much. She not met with Krishna. Heard some flute sound. Heard the name of Krishna. Seen some picture drawn by Chitrasaki. But not directly meeting. But so much she feeling attachment. Radharani is the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj. That means princess. And she has some illegal attraction to Krishna. Who will Radharani express her heart to? The Sakis may joke, may make fun of her. Can she tell her mother and father? Impossible. Who will Radharani speak to? So Radharani had one parrot. That parrot, they say, is Sukadev Goswami. Parrots have great ability to hear and remember something. Parrots. So Radharani is speaking all her affection for Krishna, which is now freshly blossoming, to this parrot. And this parrot hearing everything there. Krishna at that time only absorbed in Sakiras and Vatsaliras. In small age, right? Children know nothing, mother's affection, friends' affection. So Krishna absorbed in that thing. What Radharani feeling? Unknown to Krishna. In one sense. So bird felt very upset. My Saki, my Sarveshwari, she given everything for this Krishna, but Krishna don't even know about her affection. So I will do something about it. The parrot. Only he knows how much pain Radharani feels. This prema gives so much happiness, but gives so much pain also. So much burning. Like Vidyapati, like a saw. Saw, when you're cutting wood, when you push it this way it cuts, when it pulls this way it cuts. So prema, burning. And so how much Radharani burning, that only that parrot knows. So feeling very sad at Radharani's position, he flew away from Radharani's room and went to where Krishna was playing with his friends. And hiding in one mango tree, he was there, watching Krishna's lila. Krishna was playing soccer with a ball made of flowers. Krishna has some class. Krishna not use dead pigskin, right? Some flowers. So playing one big huge kadamba flower, boys are throwing to each other. Then this bird singing in that tree began singing all the verses he learned from Radharani. So hearing that bird sound, then Krishna's mind changed. Someone loves me this much, then Krishna's heart also going towards Radharani. And mother's affection, friend affection, little going in the background, receding in the background. And friend's affection, because Madhura Rasa little higher taste. So, Krishna called that bird. And Krishna all attractive, so the bird came, tell me more, tell me more. These days we have mobiles, but Krishna using parrots. And parrot revealing everything to Krishna, Radharani's inside and outside. And Radharani feel very sad. Where is my Priyasaka, my parrot? Then news came, Krishna has some new bird, he's playing there. So Radharani sent to Lalita and Vishaka, you bring my parrot back. This is not the fault of parrot because Krishna is so attractive. So Lalita went back, Vishaka went back. Kanaya, that parrot is not yours. It's the property of our Swamini. We know your thieving tendencies. No, but stealing birds is a new law. Give him back. And Krishna very cheeky. He says, Braj, everyone have free will. Parrot is free will. Parrot, you want to go? No, parrot doesn't want to go. Then Lalita and Vishaka went complained to Mother Yasoda. So Mother Yasoda also, even though she's mother of Krishna, she feels so much respect to Radhika, so much. Like Guru Bhav, like Guru. Because all Radharani's qualities, even Mother Yasoda looking, and she feel, oh, if I could sing like Radhika, right? If I could cook like Radhika. Mother Yasoda not saying, but inside she have this deep respect, like Guru. Problem as long as Radharani is happy. So she went, snatched that parrot off Krishna and gave to Lalita Vishaka in return. So after this all Radha Krishna Lila, then Radha Krishna ordered this parrot. Oh, Sukh, we came to this world, but who will understand our Lila? Most people think this is like some Romeo or Juliet, some material understanding. So after we leave, you should stay in this world and preach the Srimad Bhagavatam. Just like after Ramchandra finished his Leela, the Ram Leela, 16 million years ago. Do you know that? How long ago Ram was in this world? 16 million years.
16 million.
16 million.
But one Divya Yuga is
Right, Ram Divi
4
Yuga.
million.
Rupa Goswami said, with Lord Ram not appeared in this Treta Yuga. He appeared 2 Divi Yugas before.
But still one Divya Yuga is 4 million.
Anyway, do the maths. What's night? 4 Divi Yugas is how many? And one night is also the double that.
But he came in Tetra Yuga.
Not this Treta Yuga, 2 kalpas ago. Rupa Goswami says in Brihad
That
Bhagavatam.
time is the same, no?
It takes a choice between listening to you and listening to Brihad Bhagavatam Rita. I'm going to take a chance on Rupa Goswami. 16 million years ago, Guru Maharaj said, not this Treta Yuga, before. So that is the strength of the Vedic culture. Every house have Ramayana, still in India. When Ram disappeared, then he asked Hanuman, you stay and preach Ramayana, you stay and preach my katha. So Sukadev Goswami is eternally Radharani's parrot. He's in Dasi Ras, actually. But still he is the Guru, the original speaker of the Bhagavatam. So, Sukadev Goswami, still in the form of parrot, when Radha Krishna left, he felt very sad. No hari-katha. Where can I hear hari-katha? So great speaker of hari-katha is Lord Shiva. Shiva hearing katha from his Guru, Ananta Shesh. Ananta Shesh have thousands of mouths. Guru Maharaj said one mouth speaking Krishna Leela, another mouth speaking Ram Leela, another Varaha Leela, another this, another that. So Shankar hearing everything, therefore he's big knower of katha. Therefore he keep Ananta Shesh, the snake, on his arms, neck. This is his Guru. He's showing Guru has full right over my whole body. I am Guru Devs, like this. So Shankar always speaking katha, always. So after Krishna Lila, Varanasi had been burned to ashes by the Sudarshan Chakra. Right? So Shankar had retired and moved to Bhubaneswar, Puri Dham, Puri Khetra. That time was a 8-mile thick mango tree. Imagine the mangoes on that one. 8 mile. What's that straight across? That's the diameter, isn't it? 8-mile diameter mango tree. Imagine that. Now it's unmanifest. So Shankar sits under that tree and speaks katha to Parvati. And Sukadev went to that tree and was listening in the tree. So as Shankar was speaking, his eyes were closed and Parvati fell asleep. No offense to the glorious ladies here, but generally, Gogma said, ladies, not too much Oh my God, no, it does. I crossed the PC line.
I mean, I'm the one falling asleep.
So, like I said, low class people have not. So generally, ladies not too much like philosophy. So Parvati is falling asleep, but Sukadev not falling asleep. He's in the tree, and when after some time Shankar would say, "Are you hearing, Devi? Are you hearing?" Then in the tree the bird would go, "Yes, yes, very good." But in Parvati's voice, very nice, very good.
It's great.
So after the 10th canto finished, then Shankar opened his eyes. Parvati is asleep. Who is saying yes, no, very good? He looked and saw this bird. Oh, that is the criminal. So he became very angry. He took his trisul and went to kill the bird. So the bird flew off, ran for his life. It's Armageddon. It's Armageddon out of here. So he went to where Vyasadeva was speaking Katha in the Himalaya, on the bank of the Saraswati. Vyasadev's wife was hearing Katha in ecstasy. Her mouth was open. Like Doridara finishing her third samosa today. Also. So the bird hid inside the mouth and entered the womb of Vyasa's wife. So Shankar came very angry. Oh Vyas, stay awake, Damayanti. I'm looking for one bird. Have you seen him? And Vyasadeva laughed. What great offense has this bird done? While you were meditating, did he pass something on you? No, he has illegally heard the Srimad Bhagavatam. This Bhagavatam is so pure. Shankar feared this pure Bhagavatam go in the hand of unqualified person, they will spoil everything. So Vyasadeva smiled. Oh, tell me, Shankar, what is the result of someone who hears Bhagavatam? What happens to him? Shankar said he becomes immortal. No one can kill him. So Vyasadeva smiled. If he became immortal, how will you kill him? No. Then Shankar laughed and gave up his desire. So Vyasadeva was in the womb, Shuk was in the womb of his mother for 12 years. 12 years. Who's had babies here? Anuradha, how was it? Imagine 12 years. So after 12 years, Vyasadeva said, enough's enough. Come out, my boy. But inside the womb he spoke, no. In here is quite all right. Why? Here I get sadhu sang. I can hear Katha in the womb. But if I am born, is no guarantee. Also, Maya is very strong. I fear Maya. I will not come out. Bird said, don't fear, I will protect you. Bird said, I don't believe you. Who you believe? I believe Bhagavan himself. Because he is Mayadish, the Lord of Maya. So Vyasadeva prayed. And Krishna appeared there. Oh, bird, come out. Don't fear. Sukadev, no bird, now human form. Oh, Suk, don't fear. I will protect you. And Krishna withdrew his Maya. And that second, the child was born, became 16 years. Where's your daughter? 18. Okay. Imagine how happy that would be. 1 second, child becomes 18. Immediately he renounced and went to the forest. His father chased behind him, Putreti, Putreti, my son, my son. Why? Vyas had many disciples, but this type of disciple he not had fully renounced. So Putreti, my son, stop me. But Sukadev Goswami not answered. But Sukadev Goswami in the heart of everything. Sukadev Goswami in the heart of every soul. He answered. Bona fide Guru lives where? In every atom, in the heart of everyone, because manifestation of super soul. So the trees answered, Putreti, Putreti, Putreti. Who is son? Who is father? Who is mother? This is false, Vyas. This is all Maya. So Vyas was chasing his son. Sukadeva was completely naked. Very handsome, 16, 17 years old. Long hair. complexion like Krishna actually. Supremely handsome, naked. And then he ran past one pond. Many young girls were taking bath. No, they were also without cloth. But when they saw, normally, of course not here in Ile-de-Moher, but normally, high-class lady, right, if they're caught in such a situation, they cover themselves. They feel shame. Not like here, right? Here is sort of the opposite. So, but when they saw the face of Sukadev, they realized this boy have no desire. What is ladki? They say there's a joke. Lakri and ladki in Hindi. Ladki and lakri. Lakri means tree, wood, and ladki means young girl. This boy has no influence. What's tree, what's woman? For him is no difference. So because he had no shame, they had no shame. They not felt shy. Then Vyas was coming running behind with his grey beard down to here. All the girls covered themselves. Then Vyas was, come on. Vyas said, come on. What's this? No, he did not sound like a Tika.
Tico, with a tico verde.
He said, come on. What is this? ¿Qué pasó? I'm like your father's grandfather. So old. And you see me, you feel shame. And my young son, completely naked, handsome like Cupid. You see him, you feel no shame. Then the girls answered, Vyas, you see this world, but your son does not see this world. That is the difference. So this is called Brahmavad. No attachment, no lamentation. No, completely on the Brahmabhut's spiritual platform. There's another story, the same story. Anyway, afterwards, how to attract him. So Vyas had one disciple who was a bird hunter. So he said, Gurudev, I am doing sin of killing and capturing many birds. How can I be purified? How can I protect myself in the forest? Oh, that's better, isn't it? So Vyasadeva said, I'll teach you one verse. Barhabitam natavadavapu kanyo kanikaram viprad kanaka kapisam bhajayantim chamalam Vendam adasude punaya yatra brinde brindaranya sarpada ramana pravishad gita kita. Gopis spoke this verse. When Krishna entered the forest, how handsome he looks. Barhabitam natavadavapu. Vapu means form. He has a body. Supremely attractive. Dark like a rain cloud. Peacock feather on his crown. He's wearing yellow cloth. Garland of 5 different colored flowers. Like an actor on the stage. Means no one understands who he is, but actor knows who am I. So disguised as a coward boy, the absolute truth moving from forest to forest. When he plays the flute, the nectar of his lips goes in all directions, attracting all living entities. So this bird hunter, in the forest, he sang this verse. Then Sukadev Goswami heard this verse like a mad person. He came to the hunter, grabbed him. Tell me more, tell me more. What are his qualities? What are his qualities? Someone may be beautiful, but not kind. That person, no one is attracted. Like Adolf Hitler, quite a sexy man. In his own way. Not my type. Handsome, wealthy, but how are his qualities? Some doubt may be there. So someone may be cruel-hearted, that person not attract anyone. So tell me his qualities, this person you're talking about. So just by hearing the form of Krishna, he became attracted to Krishna. But he had no attraction to anything else. This is proof. Krishna's name, form, qualities, pastimes are not material. Otherwise Sukadeva Goswami would never be attracted. There's another story. Anyway, so then he heard a later verse, the qualities of Krishna. Aho bakiyam stanakala kutam jigamasya piya sadvi lebidatram gachatam kovas saranam dailam brajema. Krishna is so kind. Putana came to kill him. She had poison on her breast. She wanted to kill baby Krishna. And what did Krishna do? He not only gave her liberation from birth and death. I can't speak any slower. It's medically impossible. Krishna is so kind. Putana came to kill him. She put poison on her breast. Drink, little baby. If someone came to kill you, what would you do? No. Do unto others before they do unto you, right? No. Krishna is so kind. She came to kill him. Krishna not only gave her liberation from birth and death, Krishna gave her a position in the spiritual world like mother. Why would you serve someone else? Krishna is so kind, so merciful. Okay. So this is Krishna's qualities. When Sukadeva heard this, he became mad. He went to Vyasa, I want to hear about Krishna. So there's a katha in the Puranas. Vyasadeva was still not satisfied. Is he qualified or not? So he wanted to test Sukadeva. So he sent him to Janak Maharaj for a test. You know this katha?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, right. What part of it? Already we talked about Janak Maharaj. So he said, if you get a letter of recommendation from Janak, then I'll read to you this Srimad Bhagavatam. I'll teach it to you. So Janak Maharaj had a palace with 7 doors. You know this katha?
I've heard it.
Sukadeva Goswami came to the first gate. The guard said, just wait here, sir. He went in and Janak said, just keep him there for 7 days. Right? Chris, you went crazy waiting for your luggage for 4 days, right? So Sukadeva Goswami was kept waiting in the gate for 7 days and 7 nights. No one gave him an umbrella. No one gave him protection from the sun or the rain. No one gave him a drink of water. No one gave him a food. So he just stood there. After 7 days, come into gate 2, sir. Gate 2 was also 7 days. 7 gates, 49 days. No water, no food, nothing. No sleep. Then Janak Maharaj said, you tell him to get lost. Imagine. Imagine how ballistic we would go after 49 days. The king will not see you. So when the guard told him the king will not see you, then Janak Maharaj was watching through the spy hole. And Sukadeva Goswami undisturbed. Means no anger, no pride. And he brought him inside for another test. Inside this room was so many young girls, so many beautiful girls, peeling grapes, putting him in his mouth, massaging him. Can you imagine? He was completely naked. Narayan, if that was you, what would happen? Don't go there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I asked. Ordinary person, what would they do in such a situation? But Sukadeva Goswami completely unaffected. So many young girls doing seva, no effect. Then finally Narad Muni came. And Narad Muni and Vyasa and Sukha were on one seat. That time Janak Maharaj sent his wife. Imagine the mother of Sita, how beautiful. And she came out fully decorated. And she sat between Sukadeva Goswami and Narad Muni. Narad Muni became disturbed and ran away. But Sukadeva Goswami did not. Completely undisturbed. So even such a person on this level, even this type of person can quickly attain devotion to Krishna. Devotion to Krishna is so attractive, even this type of person can be attracted to Krishna Bhakti. Everyone feeling confident and enthusiastic now?
You say that like it's a type of person, not like just Sukadev Goswami. Like that's a common type of
Not
person.
common. Some others are there, like four Kumaras,
Yeah.
Sukadev Goswami. But even this type of person who have no material attachment, no material desires, no unfulfilled desires at all, this type of person can get devotion if they get the mercy of Krishna or get the mercy of Krishna's devotees. When Mahaprabhu heard this suggestion, what did Mahaprabhu say? External. External. Why? Someone may ask, actually I'll keep going. After hearing this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejected this as external. He asked Ramananda Roy again to speak further. So this is Gyan Mishra Bhakti, devotion mixed with desire for liberation, that is external. Can you speak anything more? Prabhu koye eo baya age ka araya koye gyan sunya bhakti sadyasa, devotion devoid of desire for liberation, that is the essence of all, that is the essence, that is the goal of life. Devotion unmixed with any touch of desire for liberation. Gyan Sunya Bhakti. When Mahaprabhu heard that, he said, yes, this is it. What did Mahaprabhu? Eho hoy, this is something. And Ramananda Roy quoted one verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Jnane prayasam udapasyanamante vejivanti satmakaratam baladevatam stane stita shrutikatam dhanovakmano beje prayaso ajita ajitostapastais triloki. Prahlad Maharaj, if I'm not mistaken. No, Lord Brahma said, sorry. One who gives up desire for liberation, who gives up the desire for knowledge. How big is Krishna? How fat is Krishna? What is his energies? What's he doing? How old is he? Forget it. Give up the mental speculation, Chris. Okay? Goodbye, mind. You cannot help me anymore, because mind at the end of the day, that is material. All our beliefs, our thoughts, all coming from some material experience. So give up that mental speculation and just hear about Krishna. Give up speculating, just hear. So Gyan Prayasam, the endeavor for knowledge, give it up. With the Pasna Mantra, Jivanti Satma Karatam Divaladiya, and hear from the mouth of the devotee. Jivanti Satma Karatam Baladiya Vatam Stane Stita. Whatever you're doing, just stay in that position. There is no need to change anything. If you're married, Gurudev says, stay married. If you're not married, stay brahmachari. If you're sannyasi, stay sannyasi. No need to change anything. All we have to do is hear. Stane stita shrutikatam. Tano vakmano bhya. So one who hears and serves hari-katha by body, mind and words. Right? In this festival, how do we serve Krishna by body? How do we serve by mind? How do we serve by words? So first you have to make some endeavor to... But this is also service. Why you are spending money to come and hear about Krishna. You have to sit in katha, you have to stay awake. This is also one service. Stay awake in katha. This is also service by body. In this festival, many people are cooking. Some people are doing pots. This is also service to hari-katha. So who serves hari-katha by body, mind and words? We should be fully present in katha. Not just thinking, my God, I've had enough. When will he finish? Therefore Madhusudana Maharaj says, many people are sitting katha, but katha is not sitting in them. They're here, but mind is Anuradha thinking, my daughter, what's she doing? Alex finishes homework, I better check. We're in katha, but mind is going somewhere else. So we have to serve by body, my mind. And not that after katha we just go straight back to the Facebook. No. Should think something. Should be thinking about it. Serving katha in mind. Thinking about the katha. Body, mind and words. And also trying to speak that katha to others. So who serves katha by body, mind and words, sthane sthita, no need to change anything. That person can control Krishna who is otherwise uncontrollable. Right? Guru Maharaj said another meaning, sthane sthita, means wherever there is hari-katha, I will be there. Follow the hari-katha, that is another meaning. So don't neglect hearing, Chris, okay? Hearing is most important service. Everything else Mahaprabhu rejected. But when he heard this, hearing katha from the mouth of pure devotee, Mahaprabhu said, yes, this is goal of life. This is perfection. This is sadhya. And this is true also because hari-katha is never finished. Even when you go to Goloka Vrindavan, when you go to the spiritual world, Krishna, what will you do there? By hearing. There is also topics of Krishna. What is Radharani's life and soul? Hari-katha. The Brijbasis, what they're doing? Always? Talking about Krishna. So katha, Krishna Kirtan, that is eternal. That is the Jaiva Dharma, eternal Dharma of the Jiva. So never give up hearing. In the stage of sadhana, in the stage of practice, hearing is main. And in the stage of perfection, hearing is main. Govinda Priya, what happens if you stop hearing? Right, you forget Krishna. So don't give up hearing. Yeah? So when Mahaprabhu heard this, he accepted, yes, this is goal of life. But is there anything more? And what happened, we'll explain tomorrow morning. Let me read the translation. Ramananda Roy continued. Lord Brahma said, my dear Lord, those devotees who have thrown away the impersonal conception of the absolute truth and have therefore abandoned discussing empiric philosophy. Abandon empiric philosophy. Empiric means which can be measured. Experiential truth. Prove to me Krishna exists. Impossible. So beyond empiric studies. Devotees reject the ascending process of knowledge. And we embrace the descending path of knowledge. This devotion is called Shrotapat, the path of hearing. Therefore, some people you can tell too much like to hear, have big ears. Dayadara, a bit of an elephant. Clap, clap. It's a good thing. Narayan, little apricots there. Anyway, some people have big ears. Krishna Chandra's got some radar antennas there. Madhusudam Raj. His Gurudev's ears huge, you see. Prabhupada's ears enormous. This means too much like to hear. So this hearing is there. One who gives up all speculation, especially attachment to impersonal speculation, who gives it up, and hear from self-realized devotees about your name, form, pastimes and qualities. They should completely follow the principles of devotion and remain free from illicit sex, gambling, fumile ganja, and animal slaughter. Surrendering themselves fully with mind and word. They can live in any ashram or social position. They can live in any ashram. Grihastha, sannyasi, doesn't matter. You are controlled by such persons. So we should make this our main goal of life. How can I get a chance to always hear hari-katha? We should mold our life in such a way, Rahul.
I was just going to ask, do we know the mother's name of Sukadeva Goswami?
We know what?
The Sukadeva Goswami's mother's name? Yeah, so they.
And find it out. Google Guru will help you. Maybe I cannot say. I don't want to say. Have a quick look. Maybe it's Shireka, I'm guessing. Have a look. So just hari-katha. That is the main. That is pure devotion. That is goal of life. When Mahaprabhu heard it, he gave the thumbs up. So our Gurudev never liked in hari-katha people making garlands or Gurudev never liked that. At the time of katha, give up everything and give me your ears. Gurudev said, huh?
Shuka?
The wife of Vyas.
Shuka. Pinga.
Huh?
Pingala.
Pinga? Or Shuka?
Okay, I'll have a look after. Let's see.
Google's not good for things like that.
Huh?
Google's not very good for some things like that. You said this sense that we're someone's child or a parent is Maya. The soul has no mother, father. Can you explain that statement in terms of like Vatsalya Bhav and like Maya Yashoda Krishna, the Brajbasis? Like,
That's all coming
okay,
in this conversation.
right.
So anyway, don't give up hearing. Even Bhagavatam is so bold. What's that verse? Visvaksenu katas udrotpate yatiratim shamasyeva kevalam. If you're any activity you do which does not increase your taste for hearing katha, that is called useless activity. Dharma swanustatam pumsam visvaksenu katasyat narutpate yatiratim shamasyeva kevalam. Everything we do which is not increasing our taste for hearing, that is called useless. Tejaswini, why do you have a job? What's the reason? To get money and go to Vrindavan. There's not a reason for you to have a job. If you think like that, that is okay. Why you built a house? Right. Good answer. So we should try to mold our life in such a way we always get hari-katha. We should be expert in such a way. Our materialistic activities are less and we have more time for cultivating, hearing hari-katha. So that much why hari-katha is Krishna. Topics of Krishna is Krishna in the form of sound. So one who has taste in hari-katha has direct attachment to Krishna. It's very rare in this world to find someone who has attachment for hari-katha. Saraswati Thakur said, when the materialists hear katha, they run. He said, when the materialists hear Bhagavatam, they run. Why? They think, nothing here for me. Saraswati Thakur said, there's nothing here for my enjoyment. Chala. And this is true because katha is for Krishna's pleasure. When we hear katha, why we feel happy? At least we should feel happy. Why we feel happiness when we hear katha? Because Krishna is happy. Krishna comes to hear katha. One time, when I was very new to Krishna Balaram, Didi was explaining, Krishna is attracted by katha. Krishna is attracted by katha. Then something happened, couldn't understand something. Then Didi and Maharaj were like, Damana Maharaj, Damana Maharaj. So I came over and I was like listening, they were both laughing. See? If someone you love talks about you, you become too much interested to hear what they're saying. Then they're talking about that. No, when, like Maharaj often says, when Krishna Gonitai see, so many devotees, they want to hear about me, how much they must love me, then they feel so much happiness when many devotees come for katha. Krishna says, look how much all these people like me so much. Then Krishna feels very happy by that. That's why in katha we feel mystic happiness, because Krishna is present here. Krishna comes to hear katha from his devotees. Yes, Gauranga?
We have some references who are saying that Sukhadeva was probably Sattvarya because I have that this organization from Himalaya.
No, Goga Maharaj would always speak this katha. Always. Actually, Gurudev would speak it once or twice, but Goga Maharaj would speak it practically every class he would speak. Not every class, but he spoke about it constantly, this thing. There's one sannyasi now, he's disappeared. He would challenge why Narayan Maharaj said this is Sukadev Goswami. But Goga Maharaj would say the same thing.
Is it somewhere in Shastra?
Must be. Not just make it up, did they?
Yeah.
Gopal Champu is also descriptions like that. Ananda Vrindavan Champu. Right, definitely. Okay. Any questions?
Vatika or
Sounds Mexican.
You're just
Vasita.
throwing names out.
Gritachi.
Cindy?
It literally says it says Vatika or what I said earlier,
Vatika.
Hinjala, and the daughter of a sage named Jabali.
Haribol. We'll work it out later. Any other questions?
Oh, God.
Yes, sir.
How is it that Sukadeva Goswami?
Leela. But also, Vyasukadeva is Brajabasi, have more attachment to Krishna, therefore definitely he'll have more detachment from this world. Vairagya means special type of attachment. Who has more attachment to Krishna, to that degree they have attachment to Krishna, that degree they'll be renounced from this world.
But in general, Brahma bodies are very detached, and the devotees are attached.
They are too detached. Too much detachment is a fault, and too much attachment is also a fault. So Bhagavatam says, who can become a devotee? Middle class. Who have not too much detachment, not too much attachment, that person can be devotee. One time Param Gurudev, Bhakti Pragyan Kesamaraj, was describing middle class become devotee. Then someone said, I not understand. So in the back was one Teporocho. Penna, bombs, one homeless fellow. So Param Gurudev called him. Dear sir, what is your job? Then the bum said, Sir, I have no job. Do you have any wife or children? No, sir. In this world I have nothing or nobody to call my own. I have no house, no job, nothing. Then Param Gurudev said, then come and live with us. We'll give you a bed, medical attention, we'll feed you 3 times a day. There's only one rule. Morning and evening you have to come for katha and bhajan. Then the man go, I have to go, I have an appointment. And he ran out. Then Param Gurudev said, see, he's too much detached. He cannot perform bhajan. Because bhajan means attachment. Right? Attachment for cooking nice things to Thakurji. Attachment for coming to Aarti on time. Attachment for Vaishnav Gurudev Seva. Without that attachment, you cannot perform devotion. So too much attachment, obstacle. Too much detachment, also problema. Okay, wow, it's late. Sri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai Jai Sri Radhe. Omkar, come and sing.